So around the time that Disney wanted to start construction on their property, they had 192, which is behind me. 192 was this really small road, and this was all cattle ranches. Everything you could see for miles and miles and miles was cattle ranch right here. And it was owned by a man named Irlo Bronson. Here's a little clip of Irlo so you get to know who he is maybe just a little bit.
A forced smile, though, from the rancher who almost missed out on the boom. Senator Irlo Bronson did business with Disney's original buyers when they first tiptoed into the state 7 years ago, snapping up land in various company names before revealing their master plan.
You sold most of the land that Disney has now in Disney World to him. Do you wish you hadn't?
No, sir.
You got, I'm told, that it cost Disney an average of $187 an acre.
That's probably about right on his whole outfit.
But now it's selling for about $60,000 an acre, isn't it?
Some of it in some areas.
Don't you feel maybe that you lost a few chances there?
Well, my dad told me a long time ago, don't ever look back. You make a mistake. It's always just as good ahead if you know how to work it.
And did you?
Yeah, well, I hope so.
You're still selling land?
Oh, yeah.
I see, but of course not to Disney, to the operators on the outside.
Yes, sir.
How much land do you have left, Mr. Bronson?
About 100,000 acres.
Oh, well, I can see why you've got the solid gold Cadillac now.
So Irlo owned a lot of this land. He was a state senator, he was governor, he did some other things in the state. I don't remember exactly what, but anyway, he was famous in the area. And he was a cattle rancher, and he did a lot of things, and he sold a lot of his land to Disney. And so this highway here is actually named Irlo Bronson Highway after him. And this is the opening point on the southern entrance where you're headed into the Disney resort area. So kind of behind me that way, about 3/4 of a mile, is World Center Drive. And kind of right behind me is a street that's named Reedy Creek Boulevard, which makes sense since the Reedy Creek Improvement District is what Disney is all about. So that's kind of the where we are and kind of how this all fits together. So this was the southern part of Disney's property, and a lot of the property that's here along the way, especially between, let's say, I-4 West, a lot of it dots in and is owned by Disney. So there's a couple of pieces of property up here that are actually Disney property, and we're going to drive by the original construction site, the project site where Disney had its corporate offices when they were running the construction of Walt Disney World. So we'll check that out.
You could almost throw a dart on the wall within a 25-mile radius of the Disney property and know that you're going to have a good investment in if not in 1 year, at least in 10. It'll happen. It'll be here.
Sounds like you've got a nice, quiet little place here, actually.
Well, let's start it. I mean, this is boom, boom town, and actually what's going to happen is everything is going to step up. I mean, every year, as we get closer to Disney's opening in October, the pace will pick up. Then the thousands or the millions of people, they're talking about 1 million people a month coming into the area. And you've never had 1 million people in this area in a year, much less a month. So you imagine what's going to happen. This is going to be boom, boom town USA is what it amounts to.
So it's boom boom time and the pickings are sweet. Though soon the only orange tree around here will be in Disney World, with plastic fruit, no doubt.
You see, Disney's taken all the goodies and given Orlando and Kissimmee all the problems. They're not building jails or hospitals, we have to. They're not building schools, we have to. Which means that our area's got to pay for their goody-goody land operation, which is exactly what it amounts to.
They're taking the profits.
They are taking the profit, yes.
They and the real estate agents.
Well, we wouldn't say that.